This is the presentation by the LITHME Working Group 7, focusing on language work and language professionals. I'm Maarit Koponen, one of the chairs of this working group, and we have prepared this together with my co-chairs, Antonio Pareja-Lora and Marta Serrashi, and also thanks to all of the other working group members for their help. When we're talking about language work, we're talking about professionals who, in one way or another, produce, create language, information, culture, and various types of contents in different forms. We can deal with written language, we can deal with spoken language, signed language, many different audio-visual and multimodal contexts as well. There is often this popular narrative that language professionals, such as translators, for example, are pitted against technology, as if technology is going to replace the professional. Sometimes it feels like perhaps people outside the field don't really understand how language professionals work. We are not sitting in our caves and writing with a quill pen. Rather, there is quite a lot of technology that is being used in the language work area. Here we have one kind of a map of various different types of products that are out there. So if you are interested in finding out what the professionals actually use, there are a lot of different things. There are solutions for translation, there are solutions for all kinds of speech applications, there are solutions for audiovisual applications, and many different settings where professionals work. Language professionals are indeed very active users of technology, and together with the working group we have been thinking about these things, like how are language professionals actually using technology, how do these technologies as part of the workflow affect and impact their work. A concept that has gotten more ground lately is, for example, augmented translation or various other augmented workflows where technology is a part of the working environment of the professional. We already see this in various types of tools where, for example, translators work with machine translation and various other types of solutions that provide them information about correct terminology, previous translations, and other things that they need to know. Augmented translation and augmented workflows in general might in the future involve even new technologies. For example, something like virtual reality could then provide new and different types of information to the professional users. What we are probably seeing is expanding interaction between humans and machines in various fields. So more and more tools are becoming integrated into these workflows, and they are also being integrated with each other. So you have information and suggestions coming from many different sources in different multimodal environments. Something very important to consider is also the accessibility of these tools. Language professionals are crucial to providing accessible information and culture to others, but we also need to consider the accessibility from the perspective of the professional users. Are tools, for example, accessible and usable for those professionals who may be blind or visually impaired, or deaf or hearing impaired? Usability in general is something that needs to be taken into account. Are the tools being designed and used in a way that actually helps the professional in their work? The profiles of language professionals are obviously changing throughout this process. Perhaps the stereotypical idea of a language professional producing content on their own is moving more towards a situation where they are analyzing content produced by machines, curating and editing different types of linguistic content. Job titles and job descriptions have been diversifying. There are some references to work by others that have discussed the new and emerging job titles and descriptions in the field. And we can also see these distinctions between tasks and profiles being blurring as new types of tasks and new profiles emerge. This, of course, has various types of impacts that we in the working group and also others in the field are investigating. How do the tools impact the professional users? How do they impact people cognitively as you are working with different types of suggestions from technology? How does it affect the working conditions of professionals in the field? How does it affect concepts like authorship? When you have the human and machine working together, who is actually the author of the content? We can also think about how it impacts language use. What is our perception of, for example, quality of texts in professional communication? What does machine-generated language do to diversity and creativity, which are essential to many types of communication where professionals are involved? And what does it mean when we are producing also language for the machine to communicate with the machines? And with that, thank you.